And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. They'll come to the line here needing 9 yards to pick up the first. Off play action. Valentine. And incomplete. He had nowhere to throw, so he just tossed it away. But that brings up fourth.
That's well done defensively. They get the pressure they needed on third down. All the receivers are locked up tight, and they force that quarterback to just throw it away.
And he's getting a workout here in this first quarter as he gets it away. Fair catch called for and made at about the 32-yard line. They call it 38 yards on the punt, no return. And they will take over 1st and 10. The drive starts with a run from Achane. And he'll take this ahead for about 4. 2nd down coming up. When you look at this defense, this unit currently 7th in the NFL, Charles, in stopping the run.
They've established themselves as a top 10 run-stopping unit in the NFL here in the early going. All signs point to me towards them continuing that throughout the season. They look pretty good, pretty darn cohesive to me.
So after the 2nd down incompletion, they'll come up now against a 3rd and 6. Operating from the gun. Goldman. That is caught. And he has a big gain inside the 40 before being dropped. Excellent play there on 3rd down. Give him 25 yards. So he turned to a trusted, familiar face in that 3rd down situation. It paid off.
Yeah, you go to your veteran receiver in that spot, so you can't underestimate him when he's on the field. Defensively, make sure you know where he is because he understands how to get open in key situations.
Now a play fake here on 1st down. And that is taken in by Njoku. And down to the 20 he'll go before heading out of bounds. This gain not quite as good as the last, but still over 40 yards between the two. Throwing on 1st down. Goldman completing it to the right side. Johnson. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on 2nd down. Under a minute to go, clock running in a back-and-forth first quarter of play. To throw on 2nd down. Goldman. A quick throw there, but it's going to be incomplete. Not sure what happened out there, but it looked like the timing was a little off on that throw.
Well, you know I'm a defender, so what am I going to say?
Great defense.
Darn right. They did something to disrupt that timing.
On 3rd down, Achane. And he's able to pick up the first before he's brought down inside the 5 at the 4. 8 yards on the pickup there, and it moves the sticks. Achane will score. Touchdown, Chicago. And nothing special there. They show they were going to run the football. They ran it. They got it in.
Like old-time football, right? Hey, this is exactly what we're going to do. Straight-ahead power, and they got it done.
McPherson on for the point after. It's up and good, and it's 14-7 now here in the first quarter. So that drive in total 8 plays. And the drive finished off with a touchdown run from Devon Achane. Nixon elects not to return it, and this comes out to the 25. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. And these guys definitely hoping for a better showing than their last appearance. They couldn't really even move the football much beyond the shadows of their own goalpost, Charles. We'll see if they can get a better, more sustained drive going here.
Yeah, and every team that we ever talk to says the exact same thing. When you start a drive from that deep in your own territory, the goal is a minimum of at least 2 first downs, because even if you have to punt then, you change the field position, right? You flip the field a little bit. They didn't get that done. This time they want to string together a nice drive and help themselves out.
Through one quarter, 14-7 our score. On to the second quarter. Mexico City in possession as they've got it with a third down coming up. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Desmond King picks it, and they take possession of the football and have it at the 36-yard line.
And I think this is a situation where a quarterback coach in the sideline is going to talk to a signal caller and say, listen, it's 3rd and long, and it's still early in the game. Let's not force things here. If we don't feel good about it, let's just check something down and pump the football.
Devon Achane of the offense ready to go once again. First month of the season, those numbers pretty solid. Does he continue that?
I think so, because when you come out of the gate this strong, that means that you have planned for it and you like the results that you're getting. So I wouldn't have any doubt that the head coach or offensive coordinator actually called him in and said, look, you're our guy, okay? We're going to continue to stick with this as long as we're winning games. You ready for the challenge? And then they presented it to the rest of the team. I think we'll see plenty of that as this season moves on.
And I'm sure he said challenge accepted. And he's going to get this down near the 20-yard line. Catch number 4 for him on the afternoon, and it'll give him a first down. Back to throw. Goldman. Nowhere to turn this time, and he goes down. Sacked back at the 29. Multiple players combined for their team's first sack of the game. Don't need it all back at once, but you figure they're going to need something here. 17 yards to go on second down. Option handoff now to Achane. And he'll take it down here just shy of the 15 at the 16-yard line. 44 yards rushing for him now to this point. And this offense on third down today, they've hit 4 of 7. This will be 3rd and 6. Operating from the gun, Goldman. He's got his running back out of the backfield. And able to get him down, but he does reach the 5. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
And remember, this drive started off following the turnover. And they've taken no time working their way down the short field. A nice connection there, and now they're looking at a 1st and goal.
And they'll send the tight end in motion here. They'll run. Achane. And he's going to press this one forward as they stop him right around the 1. It'll be a pickup of 4, and it brings up 2nd and goal. And they'll try to run the option here. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Chicago. A great play there. His 10th touchdown of the season, 2nd of the game. And the Bulls go up by 2 touchdowns. And maybe there that was just a case of completely overlooking the guy holding the football.
It certainly felt like it, didn't it? Because on my checklist, okay, as a defender,
QB's last.
running back, fullback, heck, jet sweeps nowadays. Before you even get to thinking about the quarterback might actually keep it.
McPherson now for the extra point. It's good, and it is now 21-7. So that drives 7 plays in length, and it ends with a 1-yard touchdown run. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line. And now this offense comes back out onto the field. And this not an easy situation. You're down early, in the elements, you're on the road. How do you get the mojo back?
Well, one thing is to remember that as an offensive player, you have a much better idea of what you're trying to accomplish and where you're trying to go than the defender. So in this case, because you know it, you can make your cuts with a little more decisiveness, maybe a second fake, some double moves, things of that nature, to go ahead and try and put some pressure on the defense.
At the 31-yard line.
Looking to throw on second down. Valentine. Little pitch and catch to the tight end, Knox. They'll give him 4 yards there, and it brings up 3rd and 5 now. They'll need 5 on this play to move the sticks. Looking to throw. Valentine. They'll set up the screen to Pacheco. And oh, he's just going to be short here, barely. Maybe by a half a foot. It'll be 4th and inches.
Boy, that was certainly well read defensively. And the key to any screenplay is space to work, and there was none to be found there, and they tackle him for just a short gain.
Fair catch called for and made right at the 25-yard line. No return, but it goes down as just a punt of 31 yards. And out will come the offense as they take over. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. And thus far, the weather has not slowed this offense down one bit. They've looked good so far in the first half.
They certainly have, and think back to our meeting with the head coach, and we asked him because we saw the forecast for this game, didn't we? We said, hey, have you prepared for this? And he talked about the different drills that they've done in adverse conditions, the wet ball drills, things of that nature. He said, I don't think it's going to slow us down much. We tend to handle it pretty well, and he's been right.
And he slides to avoid the hit. Give him 10 that time, escaping the danger, running with it, and picking up a first down. Back to throw. Goldman. Here's Johnson with a reception. And he's brought down. 17 more yards on that one as they keep the drive rolling. And defensively, they were in zone coverage there. Do you have to be a little careful? You're losing playing against a good quarterback like he is to not play too much zone?
Yeah, you have to be careful about how much time you're giving up. I think it's a good point you just brought up. So maybe if you still want to play zone, you go to a zone blitz scheme. And you can drop anyone out of your defensive front, defensive end, defensive tackle. It doesn't matter. You just exchange someone to bring more pressure towards the quarterback and still try and cover downfield.
2nd and 10.
Brings up 2nd and 10.
Operating from the gun. Goldman on the throw, led him too much that time. It's incomplete.
I know coaches tell us all the time to have a powerful arm isn't the #1 thing they look for in a quarterback. When you're trying to throw inside routes and you need to put some heat on it, it helps have the big gun. In this case,
And he's going to be sacked. They sack him back right at the midfield stripe. Osa Odighizuwa with the effort there to earn the sack. And they'll send out their punter now. They'll boot it away from about his 35. And now a high kick, but he hit it straight up. That'll go down as just a 20-yard punt. Tight end Dawson Knox ready to go again, as is the rest of this offense. There's a lot of talk in training camp about him getting off to a hot start this year, saying that they needed that. Well, he's done it through the first month.
it kind of reminds me of one of those great musical groups where one person has their name out front, then they have the backups. Right? He's the guy out front because the backups, they're doing what they're supposed to be doing, but we're going to the headliner each and every time. And that's not easily done because, you know, all the defenses are kicking towards him right now. That means he's fighting his way through traffic, finding ways to get open, even when he's not supposed to be.
Here's 2nd and 10. Up the gut, Fournette. And he's going to get about 7 yards on that one, up to around the 33.
Well, this play sequence was really kind of called in reverse. Incomplete pass on 1st and 10. Nice run on 2nd and 10 when probably everyone was expecting him to throw the football. Now, if you're the defense, what are they going to do on 3rd down? You're a little off balance.
And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage. It's a pickup of 6 and good enough to move the chains. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. They run it with Pacheco from the gun. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11. Another example right there how this defense really is winning the entire game at the point of attack.
Yeah, right there at the line of scrimmage because they are dominating it. It allows their interior guys to get upfield and spill into the backfield. So how are you going to combat that? You know, if you're bring in your tight end, keep him in, your running backs, they have to step forward. Bottom line, your offensive line has to block them first to give yourself a chance.
From the gun on 3rd down, Valentine. That's Waddle. He's got the catch on the out route. 3rd catch of this first half for him, and this one is a first down.
A little football 101 there. You just see the receiver try to run down the defender, meaning he goes right at him and really trying to move him a little bit towards the center of the field so he can put his foot in the ground and break to the out, to the sideline, and make a catch.
On 1st and 10, Valentine. Another catch there for Waddle. It'll go as a gain of 4, and that'll make it second down.
A gain of 4. It's now 2nd and 6 at the 43-yard line.
They'll run out of the gun with Pacheco. And he'll take it inside the 40 to the 39-yard line. And hold on here, because on that last run, it looks like we have a player who was shaken up. The medical staff will attend to him, and we will step aside. So they need 2 yards here on 3rd down. Remember, they're already 2 of 2 on 3rd down conversions on this drive. Looking to throw. Valentin. And the throw there going to be incomplete. So 2 3rd down conversions on this drive, but not able to get a 3rd, and now they deal with 4th down. And his kick is good. He got every bit of that one as it's good from 56 yards out. That kick, by the way, Charles, a career long.
Well, we did watch him in pregame, and he hit from this distance, so not a surprise. But there still is something exciting about it, carrying it over from practice and pregame to actually doing it in live action.
Devon Achane of the offense ready to go once again. And he's well on his way to a 100-yard game. He's already more than halfway there. We're only in the 2nd quarter.
And what I've always loved about running backs is they'll tell you, I had no idea how many yards I had.
Right.
Those guys have an innate sense of where they are in a ball game and how many yards they've accumulated, because you know they're always working towards 100.
He's been working well towards 100 here.
Now this is an example of breaking down a defense, because on a lot of these runs, he's getting past the point of attack, and guess what he's doing? Forcing the secondary guys to have to make a lot of tackles.
On 1st down, Goldman, quick completion here to Johnson. And this will be good for a pickup of 9 to the 46. Just need a yard here, 2nd and 1.
2nd and 1 at the 46-yard line.
Achane gets it from the gun. And he'll be brought down at the 48-yard line. 69 yards rushing for him, as he has been tough to stop here this first half.
2nd and 1 is often an invitation to take the big shot downfield. I bet the offensive lineman said, are you kidding? We just get on our backs and let's go get the first down. They love being physical.
And they'll get this just to the 47, 1-yard gain.
No doubt about it. A really nice job there by the defense, not allowing him to get to the perimeter. But that means your defensive ends, your outside linebackers, the guys that you pay big money to sack the quarterback, they also have to have interest in the running game as well. And they did a nice job there of holding the point of attack and not giving ground.
They give to Achane on the option. And a good job of finding the open space to run as he's down close to the 30 here. Throwing on 1st down. Goldman over the middle, hauled in by Pierce. That will go as a pickup of 7 on the 7th play of the drive. They like going to him in the slot. He catches another one.
I think this comes under the heading of, until they stop him, why not go back to it? He has something going really well. Great working relationship with the guy throwing the ball, and they keep making the connection.
Touchdown! Devon Achane. He scored on the ground and through the air, as his guys are able to push that lead out a bit further. Well, forget about the weapons out wide. He knows he's got another weapon in the backfield in the passing game, Charles, and he utilized him perfectly on that play.
And the offense coordinator showed me something on that play, Brandon, because so often during a game, our cameras find them looking down at their play sheets, and you wonder if they're absorbing anything. He had something specific in mind, and he went to it, and it worked well.
A good hold in these wet conditions. The point after is up and good, and the lead is up to 18 now.
Thunderbirds 10.
And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28. Out is Mexico City now to go on offense. And Charles, we'll see what they can do here. Not a ton of time left, but enough certainly to get points out of this drive, and they need them right now because they're trailing.
Yeah, and this is exactly why you practice a 2-minute drill all through camp and at least one practice each week before a game. A minute left, more than enough time to string a few completions together, reach the end zone, and then make that walk back to the locker room just a little more animated.
And that went too far in front. He couldn't reel it in. It's incomplete. Some of the fans here don't seem too happy about what we've seen in this first half.
No, not at all, and I understand why. They've looked lethargic, out of sync, and it shows on the scoreboard.
Another throw on second down, and this one incomplete as well.
Feels like they're getting caught in between here because they didn't completions on first and second down. Now you got to worry a little bit about the clock because you prefer not to give them another shot here in the first half. But if you don't pick up the first down, guess what? You're likely going to have to.
He'll let this go for the end zone. And it's knocked away and incomplete.
Trying to get something positive to happen here before the break, and they sure need it. They went for the big one, but it winds up incomplete.
On now to punt, Brad Robbins. And now a high kick trying to pin him back. Look at this, middle of the field, a breakaway. Touchdown, Chicago. What a run, 79 yards on the punt return. And the Bulls are able to add on to their first half lead.
And as soon as they hand a rookie his playbook, they say you better make your mark on special teams if you want to hang around. I'd say returning one for a touchdown will definitely leave a memory.
Yeah, that's a pretty indelible mark here early on in his career. Extra point by McPherson, up and good. And a rout is on here in this first half. So after the punt return touchdown, let's see what their opponents can do with this kickoff. And he won't quite make it to the 25. This offense back to work now late in this first half. Things for them, just to put it bluntly, man, it has been tough sledding here in the first half, facing that big deficit. The clock is dwindling now. Maybe if they can get something on the board here before intermission, they'll have at least a little momentum heading into the second half. From the 24, they'll go again on 2nd and 10. Throwing again, Valentine. And he drops it incomplete. And their struggles continue here.
He did a fine job there of not hitting it before the ball arrived. And I've got to tell you, you can often mistime that play because of the angles of approach. When you're going to get him, sometimes you panic as well and think, I've got to be there right now. Instead, in this case, timed it perfectly and knocked it free.
And on 4th down, on is the punt team sending this one away. 15 seconds, all that remains for this first half as they come up 1st and 10. And they'll begin by running the option. And he's not going to go anywhere as they get him down behind the line of scrimmage. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12. So we've come to halftime after a very one-sided beginning to this one. As we send you up to Orlando to check in with Jonathan Coachman and our EA Sports Halftime Report. All right, folks, eager to get back to this Week 4 matchup. We won't put up a fight. And we welcome you back now. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gunn, getting set for quarter number 3 here. And he will not bring it out. It's a touchback. This offense ready to go to begin this 3rd quarter. CD, they certainly know the hole that they face as they begin the second half. They have to do what precious few teams have done in NFL history, and that's try to come back from a 4-possession deficit.
And, partner, you know, as that team gathers, they're saying to each other, you never say never, right? Because if you're on an NFL roster, that's how you have to think. You can always come back and win a ball game. And let's face it, we saw a certain Super Bowl, a 25-point lead late, that wasn't enough to put someone away. But that being said, this task is near impossible. Let's face it. And bottom line is, it officially becomes impossible if this possession is an empty one.
On 1st and 10, Valentine. Oh, he dropped it. And that's pretty indicative of the way this one's gone. An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. To throw again, Valentine. Out to the left, he's got his tight end Knox. 5 yards, now it's 3rd and 5.
It's a gain of 5. Brings up 3rd and 5.
Back to throw. Valentine. He's got his target. That's complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. So on the other side of the field now, it's 1st and 10 as they've got things rolling on this drive.
46-yard line.
And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down.
It's now 2nd and 10.
Throwing again. Valentine. Got an open man. It's Burnett. And a 5-yard gain gets him to the 42. And on 3rd and 5, this will be the 8th play of the drive.
3rd and 5.
Looking to throw. Valentine. He's going to get that to his running back out of the backfield. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. So from the 17 now, here's a 1st and 10. Back to throw. Valentine. And he's got his man in stride, complete. And brought down, but not before they get it inside the 10 to the 7.
1st down. 1st and goal at the 7-yard line.
Looking to throw. Valentine. The quick slant caught. And a nice job to break free of one tackle, but it slowed his momentum somewhat, and he's taken down right after. So the ball position now at the 3. Here's 2nd and goal.
At the 3-yard line.
Fournette will get down close to the goal line, but not in, as he'll be marked down at the 1. 3rd and goal, trying to make that scoreboard at least a little more respectable. They hand off to their big tight end. And that one going nowhere from the start as he's met in the backfield and goes backwards.
2 yards. It's now 4th and goal.
And this one is right through. And they're back within 3 scores as it's now a 22-point game. So the 3 points there, and CD, that helps them inch a bit closer.
Yeah, partner, when you're losing, any points you see go on the board in your favor, you're happy to take them.
And they will wrangle it down a couple yards shy of the 30. Now we take a glance at the offense as they work their way back out for their first possession of the 2nd half. Now Achane on 1st and 10. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
I have zero rooting interest in either team in this game. I only want a good game. But with all the offense we've seen from them tonight, it's kind of nice to see the defense step up and make a big play.
Yeah, I was wondering if they were ever going to get him in the backfield. Nice to see him get a stop. And he has a big gain inside the 40 before being dropped. It's a gain of 35.
Everything's been going right here in this one. This offense, they've been in complete control from the outset. And here's another big play. These kind of routes have been open all game long, and they continue to take advantage.
So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10. A give, running right, Achane to the 36-yard line. Stop there.
Oh, that's a real nice job there by the defense in front. They just engaged and held their ground. But how about the guy who made the play? We often talk about whether they take a good first step or not. Many times you just don't take any step. Just get your feet moving, get your body going, and then once he made the read, he was able to make the play.
It's a 1st down on a gain of 10.
1st down, Chicago.
Back to throw. Goldman. And his throw's going to be incomplete. Once again, they'll come up on the 26-yard line, 2nd and 10. To throw again. Goldman. And incomplete.
What would look like a march to the end zone has hit a momentary roadblock with that incompletion. No need to panic. They just got to come up with a high percentage play call and see if they can get their offense back on track.
And oh, it'll be intercepted. Picked off by Cameron Curl.
I think he thought he had his first read open on that one, but they were obviously ready for that throw, and that's just a lack of experience showing. Young quarterback stared his man down the whole way, and they were more than happy to sit on that route and bring home the INT.
Out is Mexico City now to go on offense. I kind of feel like they've reached a do-or-die point in this game, Charles. If they're going to try to pull off an impressive comeback, it has to start right here, right now.
Yeah, now they've got a final chance to get out of this situation, but they also understand they've got to move the ball and move it fast. In addition, they need to save as much time so they can get 2 more possessions.
From the 26, they'll line up on 2nd and 4.
At the 26-yard line.
They'll set up to run the quarterback draw. And not a whole lot doing there as he'll get it up to about the 28-yard line. He'll get 2 on the keeper, but it becomes now a 3rd down.
3rd and 2.
Operating from the gun, Valentine. And that went off the mark, a little late with the throw.
Looks like another empty possession offensively, and you're at that point in the game where you can't afford too many more of these. So this is going to require some heavy thinking on the sideline to figure out what they can do to crack this defense.
And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. So a change of possession here on the punt. And this offense, they're going to have excellent field position. They take over with a 1st and 10 on the short side of the field. So 1st and 10, and if they score on this drive, might have to start digging in our second half blowout material. Up the middle, Achane. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be 2nd down.
Brandon, 5 yards on that run. Let's get back to the huddle and make sure if you're a back, you spend time with your offensive line and give them credit. Hard to move those 300-plus pounders at the line of scrimmage, and they did for a significant chunk of yardage.
And now it looks like we're going to get a timeout here. We've got a man shaken up. While they come out and take a look at him, we will step aside for just a moment. 3rd and 4. And here comes throw number 1 for the backup QB. He's got his tight end, David Njoku. And he'll be taken down, but he does have 1st down yardage. And that gain of 9 buys them a new set of downs.
As an unbiased observer, I think it would have been interesting to see what they would have done if they hadn't gotten the 1st down there. But since they did, I guess the point is moot.
Yeah, they were right there in that middle ground, field goal range, punt, go for it. But as you said, they picked it up. Throwing on 1st down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
Oftentimes when you're losing a game and the team's still throwing with this kind of a lead, you start playing a little more physically. And they took that opportunity right there to be extremely physical and force that incompletion.
2nd down, a throw coming from Rush. This short pass into the hands of Njoku. They do get a couple, but they'll be left staring at a 3rd and 8 coming up.
A 2-yard gain on the play. And it's 3rd down.
Out of the shotgun, Rush. Able to find the open man. That's complete. And he gets it all the way down inside the 10 and mark him at the 5. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
A lot of deflated looks on that defense. It seems like they just cannot find a way to get a key stop on 3rd down. Here's another conversion, and now this offense, they're in a position to go up even further as they've got it 1st and goal.
That one finds Pierce right side. He'll get only 2 there, and it's 2nd and goal.
The goal of a wide receiver screen is get enough blockers in front to create a wall and let him pick his spot to run the football. How about the defense there, swarming to it and not allowing that
And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Chicago. Devon Achane, his 8th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Bulls add 6 to their lead.
Well, this offensive line has really stepped up to the challenge here because those Mastodons, they've been sensational clearing holes all game long. And this is great work down here near the goal line to give their back the space he needs to work his way into the end zone.
Extra point by McPherson, up and good. And that'll push the lead up to 29 now. After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away. Nixon elects not to return it, and this comes out to the 25. Out is Mexico City now to go on offense. Well, we haven't exactly been treated to a nail-biter in this one, CD, and if they cannot score here, this one's pretty much all but over.
Are you saying that you feel like people are starting to think about getting out of here and maybe beating the traffic in order to get home or to their final destination?
Yeah, I don't think there's a whole lot of reason to hang around, especially if they can't score here.
Yeah, you're right about that because it has been pretty clear who the better team has been in this one. And in a league that we talk about every game being a one-score game as we go into it, watching this blowout, let's just say it's been unusual.
That one covers 24 yards. It's a first down.
Good for A. First and 10 at the 49.
Looking to throw. Valentine. That's caught on the left side by Kirk. And this will be stopped at the 44. That one good for 7 yards. Here's 2nd and 3.
2nd and 3 at the 44-yard line.
Back to throw again. Little pitch and catch to the tight end, Knox. And he was able to shed one tackle but could not get away from there. So just 3 yards on the completion there. And they'll be faced with a 3rd and inches. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. Open man is Kirk, complete. And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage.
That's good for a Mexico City first down. First and 10 at the 36-yard line.
They'll look to throw again. Over the middle and complete to Waddle. They'll be brought down on the 30-yard line after a gain of 6.
A 6-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 4.
Ball on the 30 now. Here's a 2nd and 4. Again, he'll drop to throw. Little pitch and catch to the tight end, Knox. These two have hooked up 9 times now this afternoon as they pick up the first.
That's another Mexico City first down. First and 10 at the 20.
Operating from the gun. Valentine. That's going to be caught by Kirk. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. And they're not going to get to the line to run another play. So we will switch ends as the 3rd quarter has come to a close. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Back now in Mexico City. From down at the 12, it's 1st and 10. A lot of folks starting to make their way to the parking lot. Their guys trail big here to begin quarter number 4. Now a throw to the end zone on first down, but it winds up incomplete. What we just saw there, that's really been a common theme all afternoon.
A lot of pressure. That forced the errant pass. He's been under duress this entire afternoon. He just had to unload that one. He's fortunate it was just incomplete and not intercepted.
And 2nd and 10, he'll look to throw again. Got his man complete over the middle. That's Bass. 4 yards the gain, and it'll bring up a 3rd down.
It's a gain of 4. Brings up 3rd and 6.
Back to throw. Valentine. And that is caught, but the back judge right there to say incomplete.
At this point in the game, they've got to continue to try anything they can. They're still working at it, even though this one feels like a lost cause.
Got to try it here. He's back to throw. Throw right side is going to be caught by Kirk. And now this is going to be close. The defense says they stopped him, and they did. So they'll trudge off the field with a bitter taste in their mouths after that failed fourth down conversion.
Yeah, there'll be a lot of analysis there on the sidelines. Was it the right call? Was it against the right defense? Should they have even gone for it at all? Will that change what they do going forward in this game? A lot of questions to be answered by them. The defense doesn't really care. They're like, bring it on again. We'll stop you the next time, too.
They'll start on the ground here on first down. And he finds a little bit of room, enough for 4 yards. It'll be second down. Second down and 6 now.
Second and 6 at the 8-yard line.
Achane here. They stay on the ground. And he will take this up to about the 8-yard line. Call it a gain of a yard, and it's going to bring up 3rd and 5.
It's a gain of a yard, and it's 3rd down.
Looking to throw. Goldman. And that one goes incomplete on the drop. That's one he definitely normally catches. 4th down. A CD, they're up big, but they're still passing it. I mean, this is an offense that's had a lot of success in this game, and it seems like they're just having fun out there.
And it does feel like there's been a shift out there, doesn't it, partner? Listen, if you're up, you can continue to do what you want to do. It's up to the other team to make you change how you do things. They'll continue to throw it around until stopped.
Out is Mexico City now to go on offense. Remember, they have won 3 straight, but getting to 4 straight does not appear to be in the cards as they are in a big fourth quarter hole. They'll start out on the ground. It's Leonard Fournette. He'll get this down to the 48-yard line. Seems pretty obvious defensively. A key was stopping the run game. How have they done it so successfully?
To me, it seems that these guys really did a nice job of paying attention during the scouting report meeting. And you know, Brandon, when they do those, they talk about the top play.
Now a loose football. The ball comes out on one of the lot. There he goes, left side. Still going. And he's going to bring the fumble back for a touchdown. And that's a linebacker showing he can move pretty good with a football in his hand.
That's not just a short shuttle now. He took it and went a pretty good distance, didn't he? Did you get the 40 time on that?
I didn't, but he got 6 points out of it. I know that, and a great play for that defensive unit. And McPherson on for the extra point. Now this one was over a while ago as they just add on to their big lead. So not only the cough up, but then the pickup on the other side, the scoop, and the score the other way, the fumble return for a touchdown. So here's the kickoff now as they'll get it again following that fumble return for a score. And he'll be stopped up at the 25. Now this offense back out and set to go for their next drive. Well, we said it at halftime that they would need a nearly perfect second half to erase that deficit that they were facing, CD, but unfortunately the second half has pretty much been a carbon copy of the first.
Yeah, that early lead was almost insurmountable the way their opponent was playing. And partner, they do have some good news though. This one is getting close to being over, and they can try and hit the reset button starting tomorrow.
Looked like some hands both ways. They got it on the offense.
And sometimes there's a fine line between being the receiver and the DB, and he knocked that one away. Might have caused an incompletion that could have been an interception.
So the completion good for just 3. And that's going to bring up second down.
A gain of 3 brings up second down at the 18-yard line.
Back to throw. Valentine. This will be caught. It's Waddle. And mark him down way up close to the 40 at the 39. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10.
First down. 1st and 10 at the 30.
Looking to throw. Valentine throwing quickly there, but it's incomplete.
And that's another play that's painted the picture of this game overall. It's been a blowout. It's been continually fueled by big turnovers and stops for one side and an inability to advance the ball from the other.
On second down, here's Fournette. And he's going to bowl his way forward to the 48. 9 yards, not quite enough, and they'll be left now with 3rd and 1.
Brings up 3rd and 1.
Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. Defense was expecting run, and they're dealt a pass of over 15 yards. So on the other side of the field now, it's 1st and 10 as they've got things rolling on this drive. Operating from the gun, Valentine. And that is going to be incomplete as he led him a bit too much.
They had their backs up against the wall a little bit, and they come through by forcing an incompletion. Now they've got to continue to ratchet up the intensity a couple of more times and get off the field before giving up any more yardage.
Had his hands on it, but dropped it. The rookie making a little bit of a rookie mistake. 3rd down.
Brings up 3rd down and 10.
Operating from the gun, Valentine. And he works his way past the line of scrimmage and then slides to a halt. The decision to tuck and run gets him 3, but that's not enough. Now it's 4th.
Nice call on defense, rolling out the nickel package for that big 3rd down play, and they did an excellent job locking down coverage and forcing him to try and run for it, and he doesn't get there, which brings up a big 4th down call.
All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on 4th down. They're going for it. As expected, they're going for it to keep the drive alive. And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or 2 shy of the 10. No reason not to try it there, and they do indeed convert on 4th. On 1st down, Valentine. This will be caught at about the 6. And he gets halfway home from the 10 to the 5 on a pickup of 5. 2nd and 5.
At the 5-yard line.
Now they'll throw here out of the gun. And it's caught. Touchdown. Dawson Knox, a 5-yard touchdown. And the Thunderbirds get a small measure of revenge as they cut into this 4th quarter deficit. There was no going through the progressions on that touchdown pass.
Yeah, nor was it necessary. His receiver won that route early, presented himself. No reason to wait. Go ahead and put it on him and score a touchdown.
Extra point right down the middle as they make the score just a slight bit more respectable here in the final quarter of play. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And he won't return this one. He'll go down to a knee, and they'll start at the 25. The Chicago offense set to get started. They're looking at a 3rd straight win here if they can hold on. I'll tell you, far from ideal conditions to play in, but neither offense has had much trouble. Plenty of points to go around. 1st and 10. Trying to run inside, but nothing there. No gain on the play there. 2nd down.
No gain on the play. 2nd and 10 at the 25-yard line.
Back to throw. Goldman. This short pass into the hands of Njoku. And from the 25, they work this to the 29, a gain of 4. And now it looks like we're going to get a timeout here. We've got a man shaken up. Well, the medical staff is going to come out here and take a look, and we will take a short break. Out of the gun, here's a give to Achane. And he's going to be stopped here a few yards short of the 1st as the tackle is made at the 33. Call it a gain of 4, and it'll bring up 4th down.
But forget knowing where the 1st down line was. This defense created their own line of scrimmage. They won every battle up front, and a lot of times that is one-on-one. And if you win your one-on-ones enough times, your defense is going to be pretty good. They had more people to the football and snuffed out the play.
Now a high kick, almost a pooch punt. And this will be down just on the other side of midfield. Out is Mexico City now to go on offense. Well, this game, it has had no shortage of offense. They've been able to put up a decent amount of points on this side, Charles. They just have not been able to keep pace with the other offense they're going against here.
Yeah, it's a good way of pointing things out because now it's not a total loss because, as you said, they've scored some points, so there's some plays they can build on, moments where the game plan actually worked. But overall, though, they were just out personnel. They were going up against a team that's playing at an elite level.
And what a big-time play there. 42 yards. Defensively, I know they have the comfortable lead here in the fourth, but they do not want to give up big plays like that.
They want to finish strong. So oftentimes in this situation, you tighten up underneath in your coverage, and you bring your safeties back. They can pick up anything that leaks through. But in the meantime, upfield, you're making plays on the football.
Throwing on first down, Valentine. And he's going to be brought down just shy of the 5 at the 6. Nice job defensively to hold him to 4, and now it's 2nd and goal.
Second and goal at the 6-yard line.
Looking to throw. Valentine to the goal line, but it's incomplete.
Quarterbacking 101. Never force the ball into double coverage, especially not this close to the goal line. The windows are so tight, you just don't want to force it in there because it could be tipped.
And he will take this one in for a touchdown. A 6-yard touchdown run. And the Thunderbirds are able to make some inroads here to that deficit.
Nothing like understanding where your escape hatches are as a quarterback. Here he's looking, but he knows he doesn't want to force anything. So when nothing avails itself, he slips past the rushers, takes it right up the middle, and takes it into the end zone.
Point after, right down the middle. And that'll cut the lead down now to 22. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. This taken in at the goal line. And beyond the 20, but not by much. In fact, just a yard pass there to the 21. And now Chicago getting ready to go as they take the field. Well, the win for them at this point seems pretty assured. I mean, still a decent amount of time left here in the fourth quarter, Charles, but you got the football. You're up 3 scores. They have to be feeling really good about where they're at.
I love your observation skills, partner, because I think you saw them charge onto the field fired up about another chance to get into the end zone. Looks to me like this group is ready to crush any hope left on the opposing sideline, and they want to do it with some gusto, too.
Right back to Achane on 2nd down. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. 123 yards rushing for him now as he has been tremendous all day long. No doubt those are the types of carries they're looking for here, Charles. The lead in the fourth quarter. This is when coaches that have a reliable running game, they breathe a little easier on the sideline.
Yeah, they love the idea that they can take the air out of the football at this point of the game. That means they're really counting on that offensive line, counting on the runners, taking care of the football. Because you're going to tell your quarterback, hey, no time to be a hero. We're not going to throw it here. Just eat up that clock. And if you have the ball, they can't score.
From just across the midfield stripe, here's 2nd and 6. Again, it's Achane. 2 yards the gain there, and now they're left with a 3rd and about 4 for a first.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where it'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
It's a pickup of 3, but it brings up what will be an interesting 4th and 1. This late in the game, Charles, I think you maybe seriously have to think about going for it.
Especially where they are in terms of field position, because this is almost like no man's land. Might hurt your punter because there might not be enough space, maybe too far for your field goal kicker. I'm like the old rule. Possession is 9/10 of the law. Possession is 9/10 of winning the game. Go for it, get the first down, close it out.
That'll go for only 17 yards on the punt. Out is Mexico City now to go on offense. Even though they were able to force the punt defensively, still a big hole to climb out of, especially at this late stage of the contest. On 1st and 10, Valentine. He'll set up the screen to Fournette. And this will go as a gain of 7 as he gets it to the 30-yard line. And quickly they get to the line. To throw on 2nd down, Valentine. Open net is Waddle, complete. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. On 1st down, Valentine. He'll check this one off to Fournette.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack is a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
And he'll be corralled out across midfield down to the 45. So on the other side of the field now, it's 1st and 10 as they've got things rolling on this drive. Now this one over the middle into the hands of his tight end, complete. And he'll be taken down with a 1st down as they get about 14 out of that one, and we go to the 2-minute warning. Back to throw. Valentine. And his throw here is going to be incomplete.
And not a common sight, at least on this drive. A momentary setback, though, for this passing game that has been moving well this series. Good thing for them, though. Still 2 more downs to connect and try and pick up another 1st down.
Now, meanwhile, a pass that should have been intercepted, but it winds up falling incomplete. This offense was on the move. Now 2 straight incompletions have them looking at 3rd and 10. Looking to throw. Valentine. And that is incomplete.
Well, he's smart enough to avoid the taunting rule, but I'm guaranteeing he quietly has told them, you might want to stop coming after me downfield because I just broke up another pass and took away a big shot that you were trying to succeed with.
Now they go for it on 4th, but this one is going to wind up incomplete. They had to go for it with such little time remaining, and as a result, possession switches hands. So they tried to go for it for pride, but it really wouldn't have mattered. This one, it was already determined.
No doubt about it. This one was over a while ago.
The drive starts with a run from Achane, and he'll manage to pick up about 4. It's 2nd down.
I have to chuckle to myself a little bit, Brandon, because right now I could be in that huddle with that offensive line. I know exactly what they're saying. If you call a pass play here, we're going to call a timeout. Run the football. We got control of this thing. Get in behind us and let's go.
Their time to shine.
Defensively, we always know that he is tough in run support, and I think the way that he gets there is he understands what an offense is going to do before the ball's even snapped. A great job of scouting prior to the game, then reading, reacting, and taking the right path to the ball carrier.
And he is going to lose yardage here. A loss of a yard, and it brings up 4th. And on now is the punter, as they're forced to kick for the 6th time today. And now a high kick here as he'll try to hang it up there. Fair catch called for. No gimme in these conditions, but he's able to look this one in. And as this defense walks off the field, they can do so with their heads held high. What a performance by the offense, too. I mean, really, Charles, just complete domination on both sides of the football here in this one.
Certainly was, and I think both sides compete against each other all the time. You go at each other in practice, obviously your training camps, your off-season. But on game day, you both want to show your best. And I think that's what we saw from both the offense and the defense, a complete team victory.
So for Chicago, they're on a nice early roll as they move to 3-1 with a win here. And they will head back home next week. Meanwhile, for Mexico City, they're going to fall to 3-1 as they suffer their first loss. And they will try to get back in the swing of things next week on the road. I'm Brandon Gaudin. Certainly have to thank Charles Davis, my broadcast partner, and our entire crew. We'll catch you next time right here. It's the NFL on EA Sports.